Aston Martin has graciously lended us the all-new DB11, and now before we get to this part, I'd like to show you a little bit around the exterior of the vehicle. So now we have to start at the heart of the beast, and through this clamshell bonnet, you're gonna find the all-new 5.2-liter V12. That's gonna be a 600 horsepower twin turbo model. Now that's 97 more horsepower than the outgoing DB9, and you can feel all of that through its mated 8-speed ZF transmission. Now when I say this thing shifts smoothly, it is definitely something to experience. Now the Vanquish has the similar gearbox in there, where the old DB9 had a different style. This one is the future, and it shifts so fast in Sport Plus mode that it is almost unbelievable. So now in 2015, Aston Martin patented what they call AeroBlade, which on the side here, you'll notice these louvers, which are gonna take the incoming air and help use that for downforce on the car. There's also a small spoiler on the back that's gonna pop up at 90 miles per hour. That again is gonna shoot air straight up and help you keep the rear end down. All right, so let's select drive. Let's go from GT into sport mode. And let's go for a little spin around here. So now, the DB11 is a wide car. That is one thing I had to get out of the way first, because I didn't realize it's about an inch wider than the DB9, but that does make quite a bit of a difference. I mean, the visibility in the car, the windows are so small, but the side mirrors are really large, so it is pretty easy to see out of and drive. But, I mean, with 600 horsepower, you really don't have to worry about what's behind you anyways. You're just gonna worry about where you're going, and hopefully in a straight line, because when you go into Sport Plus, the shifts are so fast and the car is so good that, I mean, that's 1, 2, 3 like nothing, and I was barely maybe at quarter throttle. So it's a little wet today, so I don't want to get too crazy with it, but you could tell that you could take this car out to the track, and before you got there, I mean, you'd have such a comfortable ride there that you wouldn't even think about trailering this thing up there. I mean, in GT mode with the suspension set, kind of to its softest setting, this road is terrible. I drive on this road all the time, and it is not that bad. I mean, this is a sports car, so obviously the ride's gonna be a little firm and it's not gonna be the best, but I mean, overall, I'm really impressed at how nicely this car handles and rides, because I knew it was gonna be good, but I thought it would be bouncy and I thought it would be a little bit stiffer. I mean, you can click on the steering wheel here to stiffen the car up, and Sport Plus mode, it is really bouncy. It is definitely stiff. You're gonna wanna leave that one for the track, but I mean, just regular GT mode, soft setting, you're cruising along, and now they did get a lot of this infotainment system from Daimler and Mercedes-Benz, so you've got a system that now works. The map is good, you can change your radio station, your controls are on the steering wheel, there's a bunch of voice commands on here. Everything now is simple and easy to use, like compared to the DB9 to the Vanquish, that's kind of how this is. And it's a lot more like the Vanquish than the outgoing DB9. Comfortable, it looks so good. I was kind of one of the naysayers when it first came out. I loved the DB10 and I was really mad that they weren't building that car. And now the DB11, I saw it wasn't the biggest fan, and now seeing it in person in this red color that I've also seen on the Vulcan, which is unbelievable. It looks really good. Where those AeroBlades are, that black kind of paint matches and meshes nicely with the wheels, and it all just kind of comes together. But I mean, the Bang & Olufsen sound system, I don't know why you would ever turn it on, because you can just keep clicking down gears and make your own symphony. It kicks in so hard at 3,200, but you're still getting power below that because it's a V12, and I mean it's 600 horsepower, so that when it does come on, the power hits you just like a ton of bricks and continues pulling. That 8-speed ZF transmission, like I mentioned before, is so incredible. It does, I mean, just lightning fast transitions, and you can even downshift, I mean, 2, and I can even drop it into first, and it's not gonna lurch. This is a GT car that you could drive every day, and I suggest that you do. Or if you want, kick it down a couple gears and just let it go. Oh my, that is so fast. It's just lightning is the only way you can describe it. Lightning fast. I mean, overall, the steering wheel now is a little bit different. I like that Vanquish steering wheel with the flat sides. This one kind of seems like it's almost an oblong oval shape of sorts, but it's comfortable. The seats, the bolsters are fully adjustable, so you're not stuck with what you get. And Aston Martin's always done such a good job of having comfortable Grand Touring level seats, and these are absolutely no different. And with Q by Aston Martin, the customization or the bespoke options that you can go through in this car, I mean, it's endless. It literally is endless. If you want a blue car with purple whatever and anything else, you can do that. You can make it as ugly or as pretty as you want. They give you the option. But when it comes down to it, right now there's the one engine option, and it is just unbelievable. The symphony is the sound, the noise, the drive of this car is just so beyond the DB9, and that's an unbelievable car. But it was a little outdated. Now the DB11 definitely gives you the style, it gives you the performance, it gives you the ride, and it also gives you the price tag. I mean, they're starting kind of in the low 200 range, which is a lot of money. But that being said, this is a lot of car. I mean, every part of it now works together so seamlessly that the soft touch leather is, I mean, something you have to feel. You can't describe how it all blends together in here. And I mean, overall, between the strange features now to me that seem so odd in a sports car, to have cylinder deactivation or to have an auto start stop. Now if I come to a stop, the car will shut off and then it will kick back on again. It's helping me save gas. In my $200,000 car at $2 to $3 a gallon, do I care? Sure, save me a little bit more money. It's not a bad thing, and it's helping the environment, so it's definitely good, but it's something to adapt to. I mean, Aston Martin now changed the game, because before people weren't considering Aston Martin. Everyone wanted a Ferrari, or if you're looking at a BMW M6 or maybe a Porsche Turbo, there's so many options kind of around or below this price range that they had to hit it on the head with something that's unbelievably fun to drive, and it's comfortable. Like a Porsche Turbo, you could drive this car every day if you wanted to and have a lot of fun while you're doing it. So I mean, between the bespoke options and everything else in this car, it's just that words can't describe it. I love the DB11. On behalf of Maury's Luxury Auto, thanks for watching. Now, if you'd like to schedule your test drive or would like more information about the all-new DB11, make sure to call, click, or stop by today. Thanks again for watching.